Welcome to part 5. This is going to be my favorite lesson because this is where we discover why the market is moving. We talked about how, we talked about what. Now it's time to talk about why. Why does the market move? What's going on? What's making the market go up and down anyway? And this has everything to do with liquidity. And if you understand liquidity, you'll be a very profitable trader, right? Tie it in with risk management, tie it in with patience, tie it in with discipline, like you'll be an amazing trader because this is the why. This is the why. And I didn't learn this until later on in my career, my trading career, how important this was. You're going to get this in the beginning. So, what is liquidity? Liquidity is places where the market essentially is collecting money, right? So, how do we find where the liquidity is? And, I've said it like maybe 10 times, but how do we find where liquidity is, right? Well, it's at previous highs, it's at previous lows, it's at gaps in the candles, something that we like to call imbalance or fair value gap, right? This little space that we have in between these candles is called imbalance or fair value gap. FVG, or imbalance, IMB. Okay, so I did my best, right? Imbalance or fair value gaps is where traders have been left behind. Positions have been left behind. This is where price kind of takes off and it leaves an inefficiency in price action. When you see price shoot all the way up, or push through with lots of volatility and momentum, and it leaves behind those spaces in between those candles, price will eventually make its way back to those candles. Now, the way that you can profit off of that is by either trading towards the inefficiency or the fair value gap or the imbalance, or placing a trade from it. Of course, you want to tie that in with your directional bias. Another way to identify liquidity is at previous highs, where people have sold. Because what do people leave behind when they place positions? They leave money behind, right? This is entries, this is stop losses. Previous lows, where people have previously bought. And I'm going to show you that in the market as well. These are the three ways to identify liquidity. Okay, so previous highs and previous lows are going to be everywhere. It's going to be everywhere in the chart. There's always going to be previous highs, previous lows. Sometimes we're targeting the previous day, the previous week, the previous month. We want to look, when we open up the charts, we want to see where people have been taking trades. Maybe some of your trader friends are like, hey, I took a buy in the middle of the night, and then you go in the chart and then you see something like this. You see like equal lows and you say, oh, my friend said he took a buy. Okay. And then price starts to break structure to the downside, and you decide that you're going to target where your friend got in. And you make money by targeting, right? Or sometimes price is in an uptrend, right? Sometimes price is in an uptrend. So you just took the opportunity down targeting, right? Sometimes price is in an uptrend and price is headed down. Even though it's in an uptrend, price is headed down. And you say, you know what? It's in an uptrend. Sometimes price is just coming down to grab the liquidity to continue higher. This is called the liquidity grab. This is where sometimes you get into your trade or you get into your positions and you're constantly being stopped out because you are the liquidity. You're getting in where it looks super perfect. You're getting in at equal lows. You're getting in at retests where people have previously bought or sold, right? This is liquidity. This is grabbing. This is why the market moves. The market is always looking to hunt where people have placed their positions and where they are quite comfortable, right? So we're going to go into the charts because it doesn't look like this drawing. We're going to go into the charts and we're going to find at least one or two examples of liquidity grabbing, price going in a particular direction, but coming up above a particular area to grab liquidity. And here it is, right? As you can see, price is in a downtrend at this point in time. Here's a downtrend. How do we know that it's a downtrend? Well, price is breaking structure to the downside. Remember, the highs are getting lower, right? And the lows are getting lower. Price is breaking structure to the downside here. Okay? So here we can identify that the highs are lower and the lows are lower. And here are the breaks of structure to confirm. So here's a downtrend. So you may ask, well, If this is a downtrend, right, this means that people have taken positions in multiple areas. Remember, guys, listen, right? In a downtrend, right, remember those steps. We cannot take a step forward without one step being behind, right? So in a downtrend, price is breaking structure, but we are expecting a retest. And at these retests, this is where it's perfect to get into your positions, okay? This is where it's super perfect to get into your positions at those retests. And you're targeting the nearest low. Okay, so price breaks structure again, and then it retests again, and then you have an opportunity, or another trader has an opportunity to enter and target the nearest low yet again, right? Perfect, right? So what happens here is very, very interesting. Price does come beneath the body of this candle. It does close, right? But it starts to break structure to the upside. And right where people think to start to sell again, price goes up above them. And who do you think is the targets? The early sellers. These sellers are the targets here. They become the sellers, and this is called the liquidity grab. Price is not changing the direction. It's simply grabbing liquidity before the continuation down. So after the liquidity grab, right? After this liquidity grab, and this is the reason why it went up anyway. So you may ask, like, well, why? Why would price go above a seemingly good piece of structure? Why would it ruin the structure to go above the area? Well, we have some sellers that have gotten quite comfortable. They're still possibly holding positions, and they're going to be targeted before price continues lower. The structure has not changed. This is simply a liquidity grab. Price is drawn to this area because we have some income up here. So after grabbing the liquidity, which is these highs, the trend is still the same. Price grabs the liquidity. Price pulls back, retests, because you don't want to just get in just because. Price retests this area, but it fails to come up above the high. This is very important. Not the wick, the body of the candle, right? Here's the top of the body of the candle. This is where price truly has closed. Price has failed to close above the body of that previous high. And this is an indication that price is not going to continue higher. This is how you're able to tell that that was simply a liquidity grab, because price retested and it has failed to go above the high. This is your new entry for a sell. And if you're not comfortable with that, you can wait for another break of structure. Here is that first break. Here is that retest. So price breaks structure, it retests, and this is where you can get in for your position. You do not have to be afraid of being stopped out because the liquidity sweep has happened, and you can safely target lows over to the left, and that trade would be a success. This is what liquidity grabbing is, right? Targeting highs. Now, I want to talk about imbalance. When we leave fair value gaps, when we leave imbalance behind, price comes back to fill in that imbalance. And here's a prime example. Price has taken off here. Now, let me show you what imbalance is. Imbalance is when you have a candle and there's space behind and in front of the candle. And this is where orders have been left behind. So as you can see, right, price has broken structure up, and then it has broken structure down. And when it broke structure down, it even continued to break structure again. And this is a part of that liquidity. Price has broken structure again, and we have impulsive traders. They're saying, I cannot miss this opportunity. So they get in for their positions because they're like, listen, price is taking off, right? They get into some profits. Maybe they close, maybe they don't. Price consolidates. Remember that sideways movement. This is a point in time where there's no opportunities, right? Now, what we have left behind is very, very important because there's that imbalance. There's that fair value, right? There's that inefficiency. So I like to highlight the space in which price has left behind imbalance or fair value, however you want to learn it, right? And I'm a visual learner, so I put a lot of colors on my chart. By the end of this series and part 10, you will see a nice colorful chart and you will know how to mark your chart and you guys will be able to place a trade. So, right, price is left behind imbalance. It continues to go down. We have traders, impulsive traders who do not want to miss this momentum. They hop in for a sell. Price starts to move sideways. This is not ideal. This is when you want to exit the market. But price is drawn back to filling in the imbalance, which is picking up those orders, and then it continues down. So this is how we can identify liquidity. Imbalance, previous highs, previous lows. Not just any previous highs, previous lows, the ones where people have more than likely taken positions. The ones where people have more than likely taken positions. Those are going to be the targets. So I hope that helps. Rewatch this as many times as you need to. And I will be seeing you guys in part 6.